I've been testing a ton of new makeup and beauty launches and have a lot of thoughts to share with you today to help you decide if any of these are actually worth your money or not. I will go ahead and tell you though that there are some fantastic products in this video that took me by surprise and some that aren't that great that you may not want to spend your money on. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. We have a lot to go through today, so I'm going to be as thorough as possible but give you my speed reviews on all of these products, makeup, mostly makeup, some skincare, hair care. We have all types of products to talk about today, so let's get started. We're starting with a sneak peek because I haven't done my thorough foundation review yet of Makeup Forever's new HD Skin Balancing and Perfecting Foundation that will be included in an upcoming foundation roundup with more clips, multi-day wear tests, and of course a more thorough review. But I had to put this in this video because I keep reaching for it. This has been such a pleasant surprise for me. I really love the original HD Skin Foundation, and I guess I just thought a different one wouldn't suit me. It's buildable from medium to medium full coverage while looking incredibly natural the entire time. It applies and blends out quickly and easily, which I think is a great quality in an everyday foundation, a foundation you're going to reach for on a regular basis. It's incredibly smoothing and flattering on texture and pores, and it looks so natural and beautiful on your skin. I have a combination skin that's normal and can be dry around the perimeter, and I get shine and oil breakthrough in the center of my face. And one of the claims of this foundation is that it balances your skin and controls shine, and it does a fantastic job of doing that for me without making my dry areas look or feel dry during the day. It feels weightless, yet my skin feels comfortable and hydrated throughout the day, and it wears phenomenally well all day. I grabbed shade 214 in Burlap. I think it's a great shade match for me. It's for light to medium skin with neutral undertones. If you think you are my foundation or concealer shade match twin, I do keep running shade match lists over on my blog. They're always linked down in my description box. And of course, all the products I'm sharing and wearing today are also in my description box and tagged through YouTube where available. I was really curious to know if the new Natasha Denona High Glam Setting Powder was worth all the fuss it's been getting. Now, the reason why it's been getting so much fuss is because it's different than other setting powders we've seen. It's hydrophobic, so it makes your makeup incredibly long wearing, waterproof and sweatproof. I live in New Orleans. It's incredibly humid here, so the waterproof, sweatproof aspect was really intriguing for me. But at 50 years old, I don't want to look drier than I already am under my eyes, especially I have incredibly dry under eyes, but this powder is supposed to blur and smooth without drying. It's supposed to maintain your hydration levels and control shine where you need it. And it's supposed to be incredibly translucent and non-caking as well. So it has this little flip top lid with some holes where the powder dispenses. I do have to re-dispense periodically, which, you know, could be a good thing. At least you're not going to get too much out at once. Even though this dispense is white, it blends out invisibly and it's blurring and smoothing on all areas of my skin, even my dry under eyes. It has an invisible soft matte finish. It does not look powdery. I really think this is a powder that anyone with any skin type and any age could use to set your makeup and lock it in. Now, if you dust it on with a brush, it's going to give a more natural finish. I did purchase the optional brush just to test it out. It is very nice if you're in need of a powder brush, but I don't think this is necessary with the powder. Although I have been using it because it is a pretty nice brush. I also purchased the Marshmallow Puff that launched at the same time. I enjoy this, but I definitely don't think this is necessary. You could use any puff to press this into your face to get a more natural matte finish. I like to press it in with a puff on my more shine prone areas to keep my shine under control longer. I wore this before going to an outdoor party the other night. It was hot and steamy, over 90 degrees, and it had been raining that day. It was just sticky and humid, and my makeup held up beautifully all night, and I did some sweating on my face. So this is another pleasant surprise for me. I thought the shine control and the hydrophobic quality would make it not appropriate for my dry areas, but it is beautiful. I have two new concealer launches here to talk about. The first is Chanel Le Beige Serum Concealer. This is Chanel's first serum concealer. I grabbed it in shade B20. It has this kind of hard, small, curved, slightly slanted applicator. It's an 89% skincare-based formula. It's supposed to restore and maintain hydration, illuminate the look of your under eye area, and wear flawlessly without creasing throughout the day. Now, I am someone that always has to set my under eye area no matter what, so I can't speak to that. I will always crease right underneath my lash line if I don't. Now, I'm showing you this on one under eye area because the other has a drugstore concealer that's going to be in a different video. I just have so many new launches here, I had to split things up. This has a thin, liquidy consistency, so I like to let it sit at least a minute to kind of thicken up and get more coverage out of it before I blend it out. And even doing that, I would say this gives me medium coverage at best. This just is not going to give me personally the medium full coverage that I am looking for with my under eye hollows and dark circles, even with a corrector underneath. But if you have moderate dark circles or just a bit of darkness under your eyes, you might really like this because it does look incredibly skin-like, natural, and hydrating under your eyes. It just isn't quite enough coverage for me. Next, we have Chantecaille Bio Lifting Concealer. I grabbed it in Macadamia, which is described as medium light with peach undertones. This is actually supposed to reduce your wrinkle depth by up to 41%. It has line smoothing peptides. It also has ingredients to improve hydration, wrinkles, texture, elasticity, puffiness, and dark circles. So there are a lot of good things in here. This has kind of a gel cream consistency. It reminded me a bit of the Future Skin foundation, which I love for a skin-like skin tint foundation. Now, the brush they launched with this is just way too big for my under eye area. You can see here, compared to the Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush, just how big this concealer brush is. I mean, this is basically the size of a cream blush brush. Actually, that's what I might use this for. Now, I also think this concealer gives really pretty, flattering, hydrating, skin-like, natural medium coverage. Did I put enough adjectives in there for you? But because of how it reflects and diffuses light in such a flattering way, I feel like it almost looks like you get a bit more coverage from it. However, for me personally, with my under eye hollows and dark circles, this is a concealer I will still use a corrector underneath. I always use a corrector underneath my concealers to use less of each and to counterbalance the discoloration under my eyes. And this is a concealer that just doesn't quite give me enough coverage, but it really is beautiful for those of you with moderate to light discoloration. And if you're looking for something that's incredibly skin-like with a lot of benefits to it too, I actually think this would pair really well with the Future Skin foundation. All right, I grabbed One Size Oil Sucker Liquid Blotting Paper Spray in a mini because I thought if I'm pulling this out of my purse, I don't want to pull out a big can. I'd rather pull out a tiny can. This is not a setting spray. If you have dry skin and you never get shine or oil breakthrough during the day, this is not your product. This is for those of us that get some shine, that get some grease, that need to touch up, that need to blot. We're at a time of year here in New Orleans where the humidity and heat are ramping up. So this is a great time for this launch. I think the mist is really nice. It doesn't disturb my makeup or change the finish of my makeup. I mean, aside from the mattification. So this does give me a nice soft matte finish without drying my normal dry areas. I was really worried about that. It gives me shine control that lasts, I would say, 3 to 4 hours depending on what's happening. Some people might not think that's a good amount of time. I do, especially given the conditions I live in. I mean, catch me mid-late August, it might be 2 to 3 hours, who knows, but that's about the amount of time that I would get from blotting with a blotting sheet and then topping with powder. This is an inventive product that actually makes a difference in one quick step. I mean, you obviously have to be in a location where you can use it. There is alcohol in here, so, you know, however you feel about that, you know, this may not be a product you want to use a lot because of that. But if you have makeup on, it's going over other layers. So, you know, take from that what you will. But if you have normal to oily skin and you experience shiny areas, oily areas, and you just want something quick that's going to take care of it in one step, you may want to grab this. This is Summer Friday's Bronzer Butter Balm. I keep wanting to call it Bronze Butter Balm, but it's bronzer. I have it in Dune, which is golden with warm undertones. This has ceramides, peptides, and butters, which do nice things for your skin, but also hydrate and help it blend out like a dream. There's never any patchiness. It's just so seamless when I blend it out. It's flattering and weightless. And even though there are hydrating ingredients, skincare ingredients, it's not oily or too shiny even on my shine prone areas. It sets down to a natural skin-like finish. It doesn't feel sticky or tacky and it wears well throughout the day. I really enjoy this bronzer formula. Now, I did use the Summer Fridays bronze brush to apply it. I think it's a really nice brush. If you're looking for a bronzer brush, is it necessary? No, but if you're looking for a bronzer brush, it is nice. We have a few new blushes to talk about, of course, starting with what's been on my cheeks throughout this video, NARS Insatiable Liquid Blush. I'm in love with this formula and the shade I'm wearing, Orgasm Fantasy. It's a peachy pink with no shimmer, but look at how it brightens my face. I just think it's beautiful. These have peptides and ceramides, and they blend out beautifully over my bare skin, foundation, and over powder, and they don't lift makeup underneath. I usually swipe liquid blushes onto the back of my hand and then dip my tool into them and apply them to my face. It of course blends out beautifully that way, but I've also applied the doe foot directly to my skin. Sometimes that doesn't work out well, but this has blended out beautifully that way too. These are so incredibly flattering and long wearing. I love this formula. Next up is Bare Minerals Gen Nude Do-in-One Cheek and Lipstick. I have it in Call My Blush and Brick It On, which is what I'm going to be showing here because of the next cheek product. These are also infused with skincare ingredients to improve hydration immediately and over time. I use the Bare Minerals Blooming brush to apply it. You don't need this brush, but I did use it. These have buildable color. You can apply them sheer or with more intensity, and they apply nicely over foundation and even over powder. I was kind of surprised about that because of the creaminess, but they're not sticky or oily. They don't lift my foundation or makeup underneath, and they last a decent amount of time too throughout the day. So this is a nice little stick product. It's a nice size for travel too. Okay, I was actually a bit surprised at how much I like this next blush. This is the Jones Road Blushing Stick in the shade Joy, which is Emily DiDonato's shade. It's a sheer raspberry. So this is kind of a gel tint formula that starts out sheer and you can build it as you go using your fingers or a brush. A brush is usually faster for me, so that's usually what I use. These have ceramides and other nice ingredients that hydrate your skin and support your skin barrier. And it blends out very quickly and easily over foundation, over your bare skin, and over powder without disturbing your makeup underneath. I was really surprised about that. It sort of melts into your skin or into your other makeup and looks like it becomes one with everything else. And I really love this shade for a natural looking flush. It's really great for no makeup days and for touch-ups too, just because of the size of the stick. And here's a quick comparison of both blush shades I just shared with you and finishes, just in case you wanted to see that. I randomly came across this Tarte Double Take Clay Pot Shadow and Liner. I think it was on Ulta. I didn't even know this was a new launch that was out, but as soon as I saw it, I thought, you know, that might be a pretty good one and done eyeshadow and liner combo. And guess what? It is. This is what's on my eyes today. I have it in Double Down, which is a champagne bronze and a bronze. There are a few shades to choose from, of course, and each pot contains 2 coordinating shades that you can swipe on as shadow or liner. This is a waterproof gel-based formula. Now, you can use a brush or your finger. I've tried it with both. It works fine. I usually prefer my finger to swipe shadows across my lid, so that's usually what I do. I was a bit concerned that my finger wouldn't fit in here, but it does. And these do give you time to blend out the edges, or, you know, if you're using it as liner, to smudge it out before it fully sets down. And these are just locked in all day long, and they're beautiful and flattering. I have been so pleased with this. It's now in my regular rotation. So this is a good launch from Tarte. I didn't buy this right off the bat because I thought the name was kind of silly. It just kind of put me off, but I heard a few raves, so I got it to test it out to see if this mascara would work for my wimpy, stick straight lashes. This is Urban Decay Tube Job Lash Augmenting Tubing Mascara. This has nice ingredients in it: castor oil, peptides, and hyaluronic acid. I like how closely packed the bristles are on the conical wand. The wand is also a nice size. It's not too big, it's not too small. It works nice on bottom lashes. Now you're seeing me apply it here over a very light priming layer of waterproof mascara, which I usually need to keep my lashes curled. My lashes usually straighten back out if I don't do that, even with tubing mascaras sometimes. However, I don't need to do that with this mascara. I did not do that today. I have 2 coats on and it holds my curl really nicely. It gets to all my lashes without clumping. It gives nice everyday length and volume. It's sweat and water resistant and it doesn't flake or smudge. This is a nice everyday mascara. It's not giving me super dramatic nighttime length, but it is nice for every day. We have a few lip products to go through as usual, and a couple just didn't go the way I thought they would. So let's go ahead and start with Tower 28 Shine On Plumping Lip Jelly. I love this component. I just think it's so cute. And I also love the applicator. It's got this kind of short, soft doe foot with a slanted flat tip that pulls out the exact amount I need for a full application. It feels nice and soft as I apply it. The shade I have is Only Choice, which is a sheer nude pink. I just think it's really pretty and flattering on my lips. I'm not a huge fan of the scent though. I feel like they were going for something sweet, but there's something medicinal in here too, so I don't really love that aspect. Now, I'm a big fan of Tower 28 overall, and as with all their products, this one has benefiting ingredients that help your lips immediately and over time. Now, the plumping sensation that this has for me is a fairly strong vibrating tingle that was pretty distracting when I tested it out. I tested this several times, and every single time I just couldn't think about anything else except for my lips. It didn't burn or sting, it wasn't painful, but it was a vibration, a vibrating tingle in my lips. It starts maybe a minute after application and lasts for a good 30 plus minutes after. It's a different sensation than Too Faced lip injections. It's maybe a step down in intensity, but it feels very different too, to me anyway. It's not mild. I don't particularly love that sensation. I will not be reaching for this on a regular basis, unfortunately. I love a ton of Tower 28 products, but this is one that I just didn't agree with. You know, my friend Risa told me I would fall in love with Prada Reflection Glossy Liquid Lip Balm, and I did. Sometimes we influence each other like that, and this is one of those cases. So the shade that I have that's on my lips right now is Blush Wear. This is one swipe from the wand. I'll do it again. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, I guess I would describe it as a rosy pink. It's so wearable. Now, this product is available at Sephora, but this shade in particular is exclusive to Nordstrom. This has hydrating, nourishing ingredients. It gives you that comfort, that cushiony feel of a lip balm without being sticky. And you also get nice pigmentation. It's flattering and smoothing. It helps my lips look fuller and smoother, and there is so much shine here. This has been living in my purse and going with me everywhere. It's a product I didn't want to love. I mean, it's Prada. Who needs a Prada lip gloss? Nobody, but I love it. I can't help it. It's just beautiful. Let's talk about the new Tatcha Melting Lip Balms. I have Pinku here, which is a soft neutral pink, and Reddo, which is a warm poppy red. These have really, really nice ingredients in here to help restore lip volume and, of course, to help with hydration and just to nourish your lips. They also plump and smooth and have ingredients to help with your lip barrier. We're always talking about skin barrier, but you know, your lip barrier is a thing too. The applicator is really nice and comfortable. This is a balm formula that kind of melts into a soft, non-runny oil as you apply it. It gives sheer, non-sticky color and a lot of shine. These feel hydrating, and I find them to be smoothing and flattering on my lips. I really enjoy wearing these. I'm always a sucker for a good, nourishing lip balm, and these will be in my rotation for sure. I'm always on the hunt for a good SPF lip balm because we tend to neglect our lips when it comes to SPF protection, but we need to protect our lips just like we do our face. So OneSkin recently launched their OS01 lip shield. It comes in an untinted version and the version I have here, which is a semi-sheer bare blush shade, which enhances your natural lip shade. It has a slanted metal applicator. It's very comfortable to apply. And this is powered by the OS01 peptide to help with anti-aging. It's also got, I think they said 6 antioxidants and some other really nice ingredients. This feels very comfortable, hydrating, and smooth when I apply it. I like the tint. Now, what I wondered when I first saw this was why only SPF 15? It is in the form of non-nano zinc oxide, but the first time I wore this, I think I figured it out because it gave me not only a white ring where my lips met as I continued to wear it, but my lips started feeling and looking a bit dry. I'm not sure if I got that on camera, but I did prep my lips with it today, and even though I blotted it off before applying my lip liner and then my lip, I've still had to wipe off a white rim, which I have never, ever, ever had a problem with when wearing this lip gloss. So I think if they went any higher with the zinc, the white cast would have been more of a problem. So I just think that didn't get nailed down. I love OneSkin as a brand. I've had great success with their sun and skin products overall, but this just didn't hit for me. I don't think the level of SPF protection is there, and it just left my lips dry and white. Let's stick with sun for a little bit because I have a couple of sunscreens we need to talk about. One of them I left downstairs, so I'm going to have to put a picture of it here on screen. But let's go ahead and talk about this one. This is the Edam Sun Suede Daily Sunscreen and Blurring Primer Stick. This is very different and I am loving it. So this is supposed to be really great for all skin types. It does work beautifully on all areas of my skin. You can see how invisible that is. There's no scent. This is a pore blurring, shine controlling, soft matte SPF 50 sunscreen and primer stick all in one that you can wear alone. You can wear it underneath makeup and it just works beautifully. It doesn't pill. It doesn't make my dry areas feel drier. And you might be wondering, can you get adequate protection from a stick product from just swiping this on your face? They show UV photos of the sun protection you get with this, and you are fully covered. I love that this is a stick formulation. It is a chemical sunscreen. I haven't had issues with this, surprisingly. I have very sensitive skin with rosacea. Sometimes chemical sunscreens give me issues. So far, so good. I mean, I do vary my sunscreens though, because, you know, I'm always testing new things and I have different ones that I like, but I am good with this one. So the next one that I have is the Ilia Sun Serum Mineral Sunscreen SPF 50. So if you prefer a mineral sunscreen option that has also been working really, really great for my sensitive skin with rosacea, this is another one that is balancing for all skin types. It's been working really well for me. This gives you 24 hours of hydration and 8 hours of oil control. It comes in 2 shades. I got light medium. Now in the clip, I was having a reaction to something else, so ignore that. It's not from the sunscreen. This is a really lightweight serum that absorbs beautifully into my skin. It's very lightweight, not greasy at all. Now this does have a chemical booster in addition to the zinc oxide for the mineral sunscreen protection. So I did want to let you know that. But no matter your skin type, if you're looking for a nice daily sunscreen to wear under makeup, this is an option that might work for you. Laneige recently launched their Balance Mode Shine Control Weightless Moisturizer. This is a very light fluid moisturizer that's supposed to be hydrating without shine for normal to oily skin. It's powered by Korean skincare ingredients to minimize the look of pores, balance, and absorb oil while hydrating and not drying your skin out. I'm always skeptical of products like this because sometimes they're a little bit too lightweight for me. They just don't hydrate my normal dry areas enough, but I have been pleasantly surprised with this. This is really nice. Now it doesn't surpass my Dew Air Angel. That is still my number one, but this is a close second. I think a lot of people forget Glow Recipe is K-beauty. I've had a lot of success with many of Glow Recipe's products for my mature, picky, sensitive skin with rosacea. I feel like we hear about all these other K-beauty brands and then people kind of ditch on or forget about Glow Recipe. I just don't understand why, and I have another Glow Recipe product that's working really well for me, the Watermelon Milk Peptide Cushion Cream. It's fragrance-free. It has a silky, lightweight texture. Now they say it's for dry, sensitive skin, but I have combination skin. I get shine and my skin loves it. Now I usually use it at night, especially this time of year when it's hot and humid. I stick to my Dew or the Laneige that I just talked about during the day, but it's still not heavy at all, and it gives long-lasting hydration that doesn't feel heavy or greasy. It has fantastic ingredients in it, multiple peptides. I remember copper peptides, ceramides, and other ingredients to treat fine lines, elasticity, and support your skin barrier and leave your skin soft and glowy. I did an entire video on Glow Recipe products a while back, and I could add this right in there. I think it's a really nice moisturizer. Two of my regular rotation dry shampoos launched in limited edition scents for the summer. I like them both, so I thought I would just share them together here really quickly. I mean, we always need to replenish dry shampoos, so why not pick up a fun limited edition scent? It can kind of enhance some of your perfumes, you know? So first we have Amika with Ellis Brooklyn. They launched Guava Granita dry shampoo. This is a really nice dry shampoo that actually does what it's supposed to do. So this is described as a fruity blend of sweet guava, sunripe banana, and a smooth swirl of vanilla almond milk. And the bottle is just so fun too. I have this perfume, so wearing this together would just be a perfect blend, a perfect combo. And this dry shampoo formula is actually effective. It also gives me some added volume. It helps you go longer during the day or the next day before I need to wash my hair. I have less than a handful of dry shampoos that I rotate, and this is one of them. Now my holy grail, the one that I talk about the most here on this channel, is Living Proof Advanced Clean, and they launched their Sun-Kissed Pear Scent, which is really nice. I'll put the notes here on the screen. This formula actually cleans and refreshes your hair. It gets rid of all the grime, dirt, and odor without leaving a white cast, and it leaves my hair soft and shiny. They both do, but there's just something about that Living Proof formula that just does a little bit something extra for me. So if you're looking to replace a dry shampoo, I wanted to just quickly let you know about these new fun summer scents. Okay, we are not done with new makeup. I have new drugstore makeup to talk to you about and a new makeup try on to do with you, because we have some highly anticipated new makeup that you may have noticed was missing here. Be on the lookout for both of those videos coming very soon. If you've tried any of these products or if you plan to, let me know that in the comments and what your thoughts are. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like or hype it, and subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.